warming up here. So we're just going to take a full body stretch, stretch your legs, stretch the arms overhead, bring the back of the hands down to touch the grass, and see if you can make yourself a wee bit longer. Oh yeah. And then give yourself a hug, squeezing like holding the legs here and really squeezing the thighs in towards the torso. Option to lift the head and the shoulders up and bring the nose to the knees as well. Lovely. Let's release the feet and bring them to the floor. Going to bring the arms out to shoulder height, spread the arms wide, palms facing up. We'll take an inhale, center. Exhale, drop the knees to the right side and look to the left side if it's comfortable with your neck there. Take a breath here in this position. Looking for space through the hips, the lower back. And then we'll inhale back to center with head and knees. Inhale at the center, exhale, legs go to the left and look to the right. Softening the lower back and the hips. Take a breath here. And we'll come back to center. Bring the palms to the floor by your hip, next to your hips, so your arms are by your side. We're going to just activate the glutes a little bit here, warming up this back with a 3 bridge pose. Well, rather than 3 bridge poses, we're not going to hold it. We're just going to kind of pulse up and down. So most important thing, don't move your head around when the hips are up. We want to bring the weight onto the upper back, the shoulder blades, and the back of the head. There's no weight on the neck here. So arms are by your side, palms down. Feet are hip width apart. We're going to inhale, lift the hips up. Think about the tailbone moving towards the knees and lifting the hips up, 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 up. Feel that weight roll onto the upper back and the head. Push into the feet and lift and squeeze the hips, squeeze the glutes a little bit more, lift the hips a bit more, and exhale, come back down nice and gently. And we're going to do that again. Inhale, lifting the hips up, chest open, looking directly up to the sky. Use the hands to help you as well, so there's pressure, downward pressure in the hands and the arms. Push into the hands, push into the hands, and then we'll come back down. Slowly, slowly. Bringing the hips down. All right, let's do one more. Inhale, lift it up, push into the feet. Tailbone shooting away from the body. Check the chin isn't tucking towards the chest. We're looking directly up to the sky. Chest open, really connect with the back of the arms and the hands, lifting up, 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 up. And then exhale it back down. Beautiful. Give yourself a wee hug once again. Option to lift the head and the shoulders off the mat. Lovely. We're going to go for a bit of rock and roll. If you've got any issues with your back, your spine, discs, anything like that, just comfortably sit up, roll to the side and sit up. If not, we're rocking and rolling. So that's a rock is lifting the hips up and then hips back down, and use that momentum to bring the feet to the floor. And we're just going to keep massaging the back like that. So we're rolling and massaging the back. Rolling and massaging the back. Keep it going. If you want to bring the legs all the way over, get right up into the upper back there. A few more. Rolling it out, massaging the back, warming up, get some energy flowing through the body. And when you're ready, we come up to our seated posture. The feet are going to stay together. Bring the soles of the feet together and allow the knees just to fall open there. Feet wherever comfortable. If you're not comfortable here, see if it's more comfortable bringing the feet further forward, or see if it's more comfortable bringing the feet closer. You can kind of walk the butt cheeks. Have a wee walk forward. Now when we're here, we can take the hands, we can take the feet with the hands, the ankles or the shins, just depends how long your arms are. Some people have got very short arms that we've discovered, and we want to lift up. Okay, so we're lifting up the chest, shoulders are back and down, and we're going to go for a little butterfly with the knees. So the knees are up and down and up and down. All right, if you're uncomfortable, you're not quite, if you where are they? They're here. So an option, you might just want to try them. I'll just throw a few out. Even if you don't need it, it can be nice to use Yitp, the strap here, because it just gives us a bit not resistance, well yeah, a bit of resistance, so the strap can come around the feet here. It just allows us to kind of have a point here to hold, and we can lift up from here. All right, kind of helps. Anytime you take the strap, make sure you're not rolling in. Just open up, bring the shoulders down. And the hips are up and down, the knees are up and down and up and down. Opening the hips. Breathing, we're all breathing. Remembering to breathe. Just finding that space through the hips and the lower back. Breathing in, breathing out. Alrighty, we'll slow it down. Slowing it down, and we'll release the strap if we've been using it. Bring the legs forward, take your time and give them a good shake. Shake your legs. You can alternate between shaking the legs, then tapping the big toes together, and just allow the muscles, allow the legs just to relax, If you want to do a little bit of rubbing on the joints and the major muscles there, and the feet, both sides. Lovely. Alrighty. Okay, so from our Dandasana, a staff pose, a seated pose, we've got the option to bend the knees a little bit if we're feeling that we're rolling onto the tailbone. So what we're looking for is, it's a staff pose, so we're looking for the spine as erect as possible. So the tailbone, we're lifting up the lower back, the sacrum, the belly button's pulling in, and we're feeling like we're really getting pulled with that cord, that we're super tall through the spine. If that position's not kind of happening, we can bend the knees a wee bit, or we can sit in the block and just lift the hips a bit. Okay, so again, we've got the option to use the strap if you want to take that for the forward fold. If not, we can just bring the hands to rest in the thighs, or we can walk the hands forward. Okay, so we come into a forward fold. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring the chest forward. It's as if I'm pulling the sternum here forward, that we're trying to keep the chest as open as possible, and the back as flat as possible. And then when you feel that like I'm going nowhere else, just relax the head down, and we're taking a few breaths here. As I say, hands can be resting in the thighs, the shins. You can grab the big toes with the forefinger and the middle finger, elbows open, shoulders down. You can grab the feet, you can take a bind, you can use the strap. Breathing in and breathing out. Relax the head, the face. Breathing in, breathing out. Lovely. And we'll release gently, come into the most upright position. We'll bend the legs, bring the feet to the floor. Hands are going to come back, fingers spread wide, and fingertips facing the front. Going to open up the chest here, take an inhale. And we're just going to drop the knees to one side and look to the opposite side once again. Make sure the shoulders don't roll forward here. We want to open them up, really pushing into the heels of the hands. Inhale, come to centre. Exhale to the other side. And just do that with your breath and what feels good. Maybe you want to stay longer on one side and open up the chest, the shoulders. Maybe just want a little bit of movement in the hip there. Okay, so just doing what feels nice. Lovely. Come back to centre, come off the hands, give your hands a wee shake. Right, got one more posture here. Stretching out a bit before we come to your standing postures. We're going to do a straddle here. So the legs are just as wide as comfortable. You don't have to open them super wide. If you want to bring them closer together, no problems at all. And same rules apply here. If you want to bend the knees a wee bit, it's more comfortable. If you want to sit up on the block, just propping the hips up a little bit allows us to get that angle more. Like we can't we can't take a forward fold if the hips aren't starting in that kind of neutral position. Alrighty, feet are active, we're not, and the legs as well, and it's not letting them hang there. So use the toe, think about the big toe just opening. So we're starting to activate the inside of the legs. And let's take our forwards fold. Inhale, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Exhale, like I'm pulling the sternum here, coming forward, coming forward. Can't go any further, no problems. Bring your hands forward. If you want to use the blocks, you can bring your put the 2 blocks there, bring your elbows to the blocks or the forearms. Maybe the hands are there, just as a little resting spot. And if not, we're walking forward, and coming into a forward fold. Think about the toes, big toes opening up. Yeah, we go, because when we come forward, the feet want to go forward as well, so we want to keep them opening up there. Breathe in, enjoying that stretch. And we'll roll the back up. Once again, bring the legs together. Use the hands to help you. You can bring the hands underneath. There we go. And we'll do those little twists one more time. Okay. Lovely. Alrighty. Yep. Okay. Alrighty. Bring the legs into a simple cross-legged position, Sukhasana. And we're just going to warm up the wrists a little bit before our downward dog. So you can take the opposite forearm in the hand and do some circles here. Just going to check this a second. And make sure you do both directions. And then the other hand, or the other wrist, circles. And give the hands a good shake. Add in the elbows and the shoulders. Oh, lovely. All right, let's come to our first downward dog. Remember, if downward dog's not comfortable, we've got lots of variations there as well. So coming to all fours, lift up the hips, transfer the weight forward. And we'll get ready. Mindfully, mindfully, mindfully. Every time we come down, the hands are mindfully on the mat. Heels of the hands, spread the fingers as wide as you can, and then bringing the palms down and just really connecting. We've got a lock here in the hands that's possible, a bandha, which is a lock in yoga. So if we want to connect each part of the hand, and it's almost like a sucking motion that we've got here, just really ground through the finger pads as well. All right, shoulders are over wrists, hips over knees, toes tucked at the back. Engage the abs. Get that space already between the shoulders and ears. We're going to inhale, lift the knees up, push the hips backwards, and then exhale, we come into our downward dog, lifting the tailbone up towards the sky, and then we can have a nice bend in the knees here. Alrighty. Beautiful. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. Just check in with your posture. Fingers are spread wide. We're not really locking the elbows so much. Just be careful there. Shoulders away from ears. Relax the head. We're breathing deeply. Lovely. We'll go for a little doggy walk if it feels nice. We can do one heel up and one heel down. And again, just like we were doing the twist there, if you get to a side, if you're on one side and you're like, oh, that feels nice, I need to stretch that a little bit more than the other side. Or if you just want to find some movement with the breath, one heel up, one heel down. If you want to go deep, 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 you can take one of the feet off the floor as the other heel roots down. Get a deep stretch through the back line of the leg there. Lovely. Let's bring the knees to the floor. Bring your big toes together, knees nice and wide. Send the hips backwards and allow the chest and the forehead to come down towards the mat. Don't worry if they don't get there, that's okay. If you want to take any support, you can bring a block or anything you can use your fists as well for your forehead, or you can bring a block or a blanket, whatever you've got there, under your chest. a rolled up t-shirt or something, all right? And relax, relax, relax here. Relax the hands and the arms. Open chest, length through the spine. Open the hips. Find that space through the lower back. Breathing in, breathing out. Lovely. Let's walk the hands towards the knees as we bring the torso up. And just take your time here. We've just kind of been in that prostrate position for a while, so when we come back up, we can get a little bit dizzy. Just take a wee breath and reconnect with an upright posture. Give the hands a wee shake again. We're going to do another downward dog. All right, so when you're ready, hands nice and mindfully, get that weight spread out, really spread it there. Shoulders away from ears, tuck toes at the back, everything's in line, knees, hips, ankles, abs are engaged. Inhale, we lift the knees up first, push the hips backwards, and then lift the tailbone up to the sky. Open chest, shoulders away from ears, and thinking about length through the spine. Relax the head and neck, breathe. Strong here to activate, we want to activate the legs as well, so it's not all upper body. Think about a block between the inner thighs. The legs don't move, but you're like squeezing that block. See if you can feel that activating your glutes a bit there and your thigh muscles. Okay, so from here we're going to step the right foot behind the left, step your right foot behind your left, lower the right heel and lift the left heel. And then the right hip, lift it up to the sky as you twist the torso towards the right side. So what we're looking for is stretching through the whole right side of the body. That's it, yep, there we go. Relax the head and really lift that hip up, lift the right hip up. Feel the stretch, deep into the lower back there, the hip, the sacrum. And we come back to center, take a breath. And then left foot crosses behind right, left foot crosses behind right. Lower the left heel, lift the right heel. So we're focusing on the left hip this side, this time. Lift it up and bring the chest, so twisting the torso towards the left side. Keep lifting that hip up. If you feel that you're open and you're not getting the stretch, lift the hip up. Think about the tailbone lifting to the sky. That tiny little movement can bring it a little bit deeper. Back to center. Beautiful. Let's take an inhale, center. Exhale, drop the knees towards the floor. Look forward and then just push the hips back a little bit. And then we come back up to our downward dog. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale, drop the knees, send the hips back, look forward. Just engaging the whole body here and come back up to our downward dog. One more. Inhale. Exhale, knees to floor, hover them, send the hips back, stretch, 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 strengthening the whole body, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the thighs, and come back up. Beautiful. This time we're just going to bend the knees enough to walk forward, look forward and walk to the front of your mat, bringing the feet hip width apart, and you can have a nice bend in the knees here. Allow the head to feel heavy, the hands to feel heavy and flopping over. Just check the weight's not rolling all the way into the front, the toes there. Connect with the heels, connect with your heels. You can even lift the toes up a bit here. Alrighty, we're here for a few breaths. Enjoy it. Find that space through the lower back. Relax your head and face. If you want to go for some neck circles here, there's no weight on the neck. We can get a nice range of movement. Make sure you do both sides. Another option here is just gently taking the opposite elbow with hands and a gentle pulling down. We don't want to pull too much, just very gentle pulling the elbows down towards the ground, and we can sway from side to side. Beautiful movement for the lower back. We'll feel that if we've been sitting at the desk for a while. Should feel nice. Lovely. Release the hands if you've taken the elbows, and we're going to roll up to stand. Okay, take your time. Keep the knees bent and start to roll up from the lower back. Again, if you've got any issues with your back, any disc issues, come up with a flat back. All right, but if not, we can roll that up all the way to stand. Big breath in, big breath out. And give your legs a wee shake, give your arms a wee shake. Anything else, just shake anything that feels it needs it. Wee bit of helicopter. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, relax your face, neck and shoulders. Through the nose, take another big, beautiful deep breath. And as you exhale this time, gently close over your eyes. Now the next time you open your eyes, find something in your space, one thing to focus on. So don't look at the screen, look to your space. Ready? Open your eyes. And close your eyes again. Okay, I really want you to visualize this one thing. Really visualize it. What does it smell like? What color is it? Shape? How does it feel to touch? Now open your eyes again. Right, in this moment, right now, how do you feel? After a short visualization, how do you feel? Maybe just a wee teensy weensy bit more chilled, a bit more relaxed, just maybe a bit softer, with some more space in the mind. You've just practiced an intentional pause. And what now? An intentional pause. So an intentional pause is when you mindfully stop, pause throughout your day and create some space for yourself. Using your senses, it could be a visualization, a breathing practice, a bit of movement, or all of these things together. So that was what, 20, 30 seconds? Imagine how you would feel after 8 minutes. Not quite sure what to do? No worries, I've got you covered right now, like right now, today, right now. Look, where is the button? Check, I'm not sure exactly where it is on your page. Click on that button and right now, download your free audio guide. I cannot wait to hear how good you feel after using this through your day. Take care of yourself.